To say I'm concerned about the state of Blue Protocol and wondering where Amazon has been, as it is already February at the time of this recording, we haven't seen any official updates. And the last thing we heard was the technical test went very, very well. And those of you who I've talked to who participated in said test have said, yeah, it was a really good experience, but they're still obviously working on the game. Now, I just scheduled a stream for February 21st. That's the next communications update with the devs. And we're going to do a live reaction and discussion of that here as well. So hopefully you guys enjoy. And if you like Blue Protocol content or anime content in general, that's what this channel is going to be all about. So thank you so much for coming in and checking this out. Now, today we're going to do something a little bit different because this is going to be a reaction to MMO Bytes. Amazon's silence is concerning, and that is a concern that I share. I tend to, as a developer myself, give a lot of grace to the developers, but that's the thing. When it comes to HR, when it comes to just the human aspect of making games, like there's all kinds of things that can set you back. It's not a easy situation. However, the game's been out. They were targeting originally for this game to come out 6 months after the release in Japan. That time has passed. We haven't seen a new status update, and I'm wondering, especially as it relates to Throne of Liberty and Blue Protocol, if they're trying to get their carts all in alignment, because Throne of Liberty is also out as well. So it's interesting to see what's transpired and changed since the original announcement, but it is 2024, and I know a lot of people are frustrated with that. They are saying that, hey, the ship's already sailed. I'm already excited about something else. I think that as soon as information starts kicking up and marketing starts kicking up and streamers start kicking up, you'll see, I think, an interest in this game return. But just like with anything, it will spike. It will then settle itself down, and then basically, most likely, a seasonal kind of adjustment. But that's all I want to say. Let's jump into the video itself. I'm going to go ahead and pre-like his video. You can always take away your like as well. So same thing goes with here. If you guys like Blue Protocol content and you want more of it, hit that like button and YouTube will do what YouTube does best. But let's see what MMO Byte has to say.
Throne and Liberty was first announced in 2011 under the Lineage Eternal title as a direct competitor to Lost Ark. In 2017, 6 years later, NCSoft repurposed Lineage Eternal into Project TL, a top-down isometric MMO, and then again into Throne and Liberty years later. And while the game has been in active development now for over 13 years, it has remained a title that many players have been looking forward to, partly due to its ties to the popular Lineage franchise, and partly due to its resemblance to Black Desert Online. In 2019, Bandi-namco revealed Blue Protocol to the world, and it became an immediate hit. Over the next few years, it would go on to become one of the most anticipated MMOs of the 2020s. In 2023, Amazon Game Studios confirmed that it would be publishing both MMOs to the global market. Throne and Liberty before Blue Protocol.
Oh, and how y'all doubted me. Oh man, the dissenters. You know, and it's not, I don't want to be like salt in the wounds, but it just was like, guys, like, here's all the info, like, here's the information. Oh, that's fake. It's like, no, this is real. Like, this is happening. And whether you like that or not, like, it, you know, I'm going to tell you guys how I see it. And I'm just weirdly keep calling it right, you know, meaning what I say, you know, it's just wild. Anyway, one thought on especially Throne of Liberty. With its multiple developments, that's been interesting. I think that's going to be really like letting them cook still in Korea. I think it's a really good thing, but I'm hearing lots of fun things. I played it a little bit myself, but with the VPN and with everything, like it became a little bit of a challenge. So just like with Blue Protocol, where I did get kicked out and did get banned multiple times, I think then essentially I'm just like, yeah, I'm in the global waiting room to play this game. There was another point that I was thinking about making, but I forgot it, and if it comes back, I'll pause and we'll talk.
Protocol, but both within 2023. This left players a little bit concerned. On the one hand, many players criticized Amazon for their handling of Lost Ark. On the other hand,
that's right.
Players, myself,
the Lost Ark, if you guys haven't seen the news, they're doing a bigger combination of data centers with the West, the East, and I think South or Central America. And with those changes, I'm wondering if we'll see the same thing with New World, because New World just added more cross-server stuff. So like them doing more of that, I think is actually a good thing, because I don't know about you, but I got friends in the West Coast. I got friends on the East Coast. Generally, because I'm closer to the East Coast, I play on East Coast, and it just seems like a weird divider you know, especially among the country itself. So also still looking for SEA information. Amazon is publishing Blue Protocol in Japan. And so I would assume that we might start seeing an SEA region pop up for them, as well as for, you know, Throne of Liberty and Lost Ark and New World. Time will tell.
Self included, thought that releasing two different MMOs within a short span of one another might lead to one game cannibalizing the player base of the other, possibly inhibiting the success of both. And that
I am curious, how many of you who are watching this video on the Blue Protocol anime channel have any interest in Throne of Liberty and in New World? I do think there is a cross-sectional within these kind of games. Like, oh, I like online MMO games. Okay, here, what kind of then style do you want? But that all then bleeds into, like, I don't personally see a lot of cross-sectionality in that regards. But you can let me know if that's how you feel. I would really like, it's not a bad thing to like, because that's where I fall. Like, I always kind of feel like the odd duck in the room. I'm like, yeah, I like anime. Yeah, I like, you know, like the grittiness of New World and you know, like, yeah, I like all of these different art styles, but I never seem to like, it's rare that I find somebody that's like, I like exactly everything that Brian likes to the T, right? And that's a part of our just being human. Like, we're never ever gonna always agree on everything, but like, I don't know, like, I like this game. I'm gonna be playing Throne of Liberty. I'm gonna be playing, you know, more New World. I'm gonna be jumping back into Final Fantasy 14 as soon as I lose the rest of this weight. And if you guys haven't seen, down over 60 pounds. Hey. And then shifting this, hopefully I want to lose another 50 to 60. Ultimately, I got to get below 210, and I'm at 260, which is cool. So really only 50 pounds to hit the initial goal. But man, if I could get to 200, I think that would feel amazing.
very well could be a potential future, if Amazon ever released the damn games. Both titles have been delayed by Amazon so frequently that it isn't even certain whether we'll be able to play both before 2025 comes around. At the beginning of 2023, Blue Protocol and Throne of Liberty made up the majority of what players were excited for, and in the mere span of a year, they have destroyed any and all hype for their games by delaying, altering, and then proceeding to go silent. And the silence is what's the most alarming of all. Before we discuss why that is, I do want to take a moment here to thank all of my incredible patrons over on Patreon. You guys are phenomenal, and I cannot thank you all enough for the support. Now,
well, I guess I should also thank you guys for whether you're subscribed or not, but for just watching this video and spend some time with me today. And then also, I think WG Productions hit the membership here on Blue Protocol Central, and we might be changing the name eventually. Just as a heads up, I just updated the name on the New World Central channel to Ginger Prime mmorpg Nerd. I might shorten that. We'll see. Like, I'm still playing around with it to kind of give you guys the theme, but also a little bit more of, I don't know, this. All right. Anyway, thanks for the support.
Now let's begin with Throne and Liberty. Navigating on over to their website, we see a grand total of 5 different news articles posted since Amazon confirmed their publishing deal. Throne and Liberty technical test posted on June 8, 2023. This was their technical test announcement post. Welcome to Throne and Liberty, posted the same day with a brand new global trailer. Confidential technical test announcement posted on the 29th of August 2023. This was a test phase that ran under an NDA, which meant no content or information could be shared. This test ran from September 19 through October 3rd.
But it was
Confidential tech test thank you, posted the 3rd of October 2023. This was a thank you for participating in the first major global test. Technical test recap posted on October 8th.
I've collabed with MMOBI before. M and his wife, I think, are really great people that I've met, and honestly would do it again. But not gonna lie, this kind of feels like he's padding out the video.
18, 2023, with a small recap of the test phase. Honestly, largely pointless. That's it. That is the communication that was given via their official website. Hey, you know what? We're live. Followed by, we're holding a test. Followed further by, the test is over.
The test is over.
No additional information given in over 4 months. With the only information the 6 months prior to this large absence of communication telling us a single test was happening. The official social media platforms for the game have been silent for the same duration, with their last tweet only achieving 270 likes. Yeah, that bodes well for the game. This doesn't really reinforce a sense of comfort from us. It has been 8 months and little to no information has been released.
I would wonder, like, It's frustrating, and the good news is there's a lot of really great games to play right now. Like, that's usually where I kind of lean in and say, rather than being frustrated that I'm not getting Blue Protocol news, I'm going to go play Helldivers 2. Or I'm going to go play Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Incredible game. Like, must buy. Actually, I bought it on Steam and on PS5 because awesome game. Serious sandwich, something like that. So, like, I just think that there's a good use there. Like, there's a productive use of our time when it comes to these kind of quiet periods. And we've seen plenty of those, especially if you've been following Blue Protocol like I have for as long as I have. However, like, I think that rather than getting frustrated or concerned, I think it's just easier to find something to do that's fun now rather than constantly wish like your life away. Like, oh, I cannot wait to play this, because no game will truly, I think, deliver, especially to adults, like that sense of insane wonder that, makes you joyful for the next, 5 years. And then eventually, like, if you keep playing the game, bitter, because that seems to be the pattern, especially if you're a content creator. But you know what? Everybody's free to use their time how they want.
It's been 8 months, and we've suffered nothing but setbacks and excuses. But you know what? That's just Throne and Liberty. Let's take a look at Amazon's other gem, Blue Protocol, an MMO that I have personally been hyping since 2019. Navigating on over to the official Blue Protocol website, we see a grand total of 8 blog posts. This is a little better than the 5 we had for Throne and Liberty. Welcome to Blue Protocol, posted on December 8, 2022. Yeah, that was really 14 months ago.
That's a long time.
This was accompanied by their official global trailer. The Road to Launch, posted the very same day.
They also had those delays. So if you, like with the technical test and some issues with the code, the net code, and that ended up being a bigger delay. And I was like, okay, well, they have identified the problem. They've now fixed it. They did the technical test and they were able to launch. So I think that they missed their launch originally by 3 months, which, going through then the holidays, right? One of the things about developers is they like and need time off. And so, like, when you go through the holidays, like all kinds of things, so there's a spin up and a spin down process that I think is just like, okay, that adds more time to it. But I'm still in my mind thinking spring. But if we don't, it's mid-February, and the only thing I'm just like, well, if we don't hear anything this month, I don't think they're going to announce and then launch in March, which means that they're going to push into the second quarter. And then what impact of Throne and Liberty? Because you don't want to stack both of these games up on top of each other.
Confirming a release date in 2023, which was later updated in May 2023 to reflect the delay into 2024. We'll check back here later this year when the game is ultimately delayed into 2025 to see if they make the same update. Announcing Blue Protocol, posted the same day, where they went on to include a trailer and detail what the game was. Honestly, not a bad blog post at all. Global Team Update, posted May 24, 2023, where they confirmed the Japanese launch date and their delay into 2024. They also revealed the first global closed beta test would be happening in 2023, which turned out to be true. Meanwhile, in Japan, Episode 1, posted June 2nd, 2023, with some updates from Japan and a further confirmation of the delay into 2024, along with the reasoning. We want to take the time to address player feedback and ensure that we capture the changes for the Western launch. The player feedback that they heard was, we want the game to be censored. Yeah, come on, Amazon, censor our game. Remove the booba slap.
This is pandering, with all due respect, because, and you can completely disagree with me, but historically, when it comes to this censorship, it is literally just a cultural marketplace, what they want. And Amazon does not want to be in the news for promoting child porn. And I don't care if you think it's child porn or not. I don't think it is. But I think we should definitely, there are sensibilities, and that it becomes the headline. Truth doesn't matter for these media companies, guys. Like, it's just headline driven clicks. When you live and die based off of advertisement, we're all screwed at that point. I'm sure you probably feel that regardless. But the censorship is literally them aging up, characters and putting more dress on them. And if you don't like that, like, I don't know how you've enjoyed JRPGs, right? Because it happens in every single absolute one, right? And it seems like, for me, a weird hill to die on. However, that's why I feel this is pandering, because the vocal, I would say, minority is really upset about this. And they're probably upset about me right now typing in the, their rebuttals, which is perfectly fine. I always encourage a debate and discussion, but it doesn't change the fact. It doesn't change these historical facts. 14 in Japan is the age of consent. It is not that way in the United States. Final Fantasy is a great example. They aged all the female characters up. They changed the dress, and it's been that way since the beginning. And you don't have to like it. I'm not saying you have to like it. However, that is the reality that we live in, and I don't think Amazon is going to change that one bit. And to add, I don't think any company would not do what Amazon's doing. So it's easy to kind of say Amazon's to blame, but really it's just cultural differences and what the market can bear that is really at fault, if you're on the frustrated side.
Remove the skirts from the game. Real women don't wear skirts. Damn you guys for requesting these features be removed. You're all terrible human beings. Or, you know what? Maybe in retrospect, just thinking back here, maybe it was Asmon's fault for playing with the sliders in front of tens of thousands of people.
Unironic boob jiggle button. Hey, the game let you do it. It's not my fault the game let you do it. Yeah.
Meanwhile, in Japan, episode 2, posted June 14th, 2023. At this juncture, it seemed as though Amazon wanted to continue to update players with the progress that was being made on the Japanese servers, but for whatever reason gave up after this episode. Yeah, good job, Amazon. You keep being you. Almost an entire year later, joined the Blue Protocol closed technical test, posted November 1st, 2023, which announced the first global technical test for the game, running from November 8th through November 10th. Mrs. Six and I both got to participate in this, although we're not allowed to disclose our experiences, since much like Throne and Liberty, this was under an NDA. Thank you for
I wasn't able to play, I wasn't allowed, and but the people who've talked to me, they said it was great. And so I was like, yep. I mean, I'm having played in Japan, I'm not surprised, right? This is, especially from server perspective, like, yeah, they got the servers.
Joining the closed technical test, posted November 13th, 2023, was, much like Throne and Liberty, a thank you for joining the test. And the message further telling us that we are not allowed to share anything, which we would never do. Navigating on over to the official Blue Protocol Twitter page, it's even worse than Throne and Liberty. They didn't even repost the blog content. Rather, the last tweet was made back in July 2023, with retweets of various gaming news outlets sucking their dick, because they need all the positive publicity they can get. It has been 7 months of silence from them on social media, 7 entire months. That is absolutely crazy. Neither Throne and Liberty nor Blue Protocol have been in any kind of contact with their communities. They haven't been sharing updates. They haven't even reaffirmed that the games are still coming in 2024. Throne and Liberty was confirmed.
They don't need to reaffirm in this regards. It's not like they're like, all right, guys, we thought about it. We don't like money.
To be releasing before Blue Protocol, which makes it even worse for those of us not interested in Throne and Liberty. With how disconnected Amazon are from their players, Throne and Liberty could launch in November, and Blue Protocol could end up delayed into 2025. Who knows? The silence from Amazon is concerning. The lack of communication is very unprofessional. We don't need to be told when the first public beta tests for each game are going to happen. We just want confirmation that the games are in fact approaching these dates. Because at present, it's seeming less and less.
I definitely agree with that. Like, it would be nice if they would do these things. But the downside, when it comes down to it, like, sometimes it could end up being more blowback. So you do want to make sure you're positioned and ready. And then you have that, that cadence of marketing information to follow, as opposed to I don't think I'd want to, we hear you guys, kind of like we were saying with Phil Spencer, and whereas we're waiting for news about what happens to Xbox tomorrow. Sometimes not saying anything is the right move. It is the frustrating move. I want them to say something, and I share in that connection. But this is where you just, guys, go play Helldivers 2. It's incredible. Guys, go play Grand Blue Fantasy. It's incredible. It will help ease this burden on the waiting game.
Likely. We're all waiting for a new MMO to play. Both of these games were supposed to offer us something new to satiate that thirst that we have, but has been left unfulfilled. And that thirst doesn't look like it'll be quenched anytime soon. Well, at least we have Revelation Mobile and Moonlight Blade Mobile, which both just released, right?
Excellent video, guys. Yeah, shake it. Woo! Start throwing some dollar bills. That's a fun little outro screen. Okay, so, and to kind of end on a final thought, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hopefully you got something good out of this video. I am very interested in seeing what happens with this game and from a timing perspective, because originally I was like, yeah, they were targeted 6 months. That in my mind means it shifted to 2024 for first quarter. I remember talking to some people about that, especially when I was like, guys, global won't be out until 2024 before they announce that delay. And now here we are mid first quarter. And so if we don't hear anything from them this week, and then next week we have the Japanese one, maybe we'll get some kind of trickling of information. That's what I'm going to be looking forward to. If it's March when they start talking about it, I think it's second quarter. I think then they kind of target the anniversary launch of the game for the global version. That seems like a good marketing opportunity, to say the least. Anyway, guys, love to know what you're thinking. Sound off below or jump into the Discord. The top link in the description will get you there. If you guys want to check out my other content over on Ginger Prime, the second link will also do that for you. So hopefully you guys enjoy. But the first link will get you to everything that I make here in terms of video game content online and more. So if you guys don't mind, go check out the Instagram. I just crossed over 307 followers over there. So thank you guys so much for that support. As a stand-up comedian, having the Instagram is apparently really important. It's a networking tool that comics use. And so, yeah, check it out. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. The link for his video is in the description, so go give it a watch or go sign off in his comments over there as well. I think that'd be a really good thing to do. Anyway, guys, thank you again. Hopefully you have a great day, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Until then, take care.